Thank you so much for joining us today. We are here. We are about to get into our last match. My name is Mott. Joining me today is Tralf. This best-of-3 series about to conclude. Root versus NoT today. A big best-of-3. Winner of this comes here to the LAN Finals in Burbank, California. Very exciting stuff coming through. These first two games have been absolutely outstanding in terms of play, in terms of how close they have been. We're about to get underway in the draft, but before we do that, Tralf, what are your thoughts going into this last game, man?
So hard to predict. God. Yeah, man, this is a really hard one to predict. I think that these teams are extremely evenly matched. If I absolutely had to give it, I actually think that NoT will take it. But again, it's very, very hard. It really comes down to draft and lanes especially, because if you look at the last game, they had a good idea having the Lich down their bottom instead of doing the dual lane off lane Lich like we normally see, which was okay. It got Ursa farm, but it also totally led for an easy lane for the Lycan as well. So Lycan got tons of farm. Ursa got okay farm, but like I said, the biggest problem wasn't necessarily the Lycan, even though he was 8-0. It was this co-op that was just unanswered. Yeah, the TC going nuts essentially early on in the game. It was something to behold, and of course after that point they were able to take down towers with the Lycan, snowball, and go from there. So this last game is going to be coming up as well. On the other side of the bracket, it is NAR v2 against Summer's Rift. That game will be coming up right after this one. We won't have too big of a break, I don't believe, but that also will be another exciting series. I don't even want to try to predict that series because it feels like it could go either way, especially with Summer's Rift playing pretty well earlier on today in a different event. You got to think, though, they're probably going to be pretty tired, though. I mean, They spent a lot, even if they haven't played all day today, like they've played 2 matches for the Red Bull LAN that's going on as well, but they've probably been there all day. Like, they're probably tired. They're bouncing back between using IX Mike as a ringer and their actual 5th player who couldn't make it to a LAN, which is Miracle Chipmunk.
Yes.
So I would definitely give that one. I'll say a nice easy 2-1 for an RV, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah, so that is going to be the next series. That one I think is going to be the All-Star Series. There's so many top-tier players. Not to say Root Gaming and NoT today aren't top-tier players. They currently have some really great players on their side, and of course they're getting into the draft as we speak right now. Root Gaming versus NoT today. The last game, this third game coming through, means so much in a single elimination. Of course, the loser goes home, winner moves on. We'll see how it turns out as we're into the draft right now. Slark banned out as well as NoT today, banning out the Queen of Pain, the Leshrac going through next for Root Gaming, and no surprises so far. We talked about how good the Queen of Pain was. You thought about maybe the Winter Wyvern ban. That could come out next. Instead, they go for the Spirit Breaker ban. Root Gaming could easily pick up Undying or Wyvern, and they go for the Wyvern.
I thought for sure it was going to be the Wyvern. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're 100% win rate in this tournament with Wyvern picked up for Jason. I think he plays it really well. He's much more comfortable on this hero than I think other support heroes. So they go with that. No surprise here for me anyway. Not today. They could pick up the Undying themselves, though. They could also go back for the Lina. They've run Lina before. I really like to see them play the Dazzle if they can somehow fit it into the lineup. It's not a hero you typically want to pick up right away, although you can. But I just think if you have the heroes to play either Dazzle or Shadow Demon, they're just so good in team fights if you know what you're doing and you keep your distance.
Especially in these long, drawn-out team fights. That seems to be what 6.84 is all about. It's just long, drawn-out team fights. It takes forever for heroes to die or for the team fight to even end. Not today. They are calling their shots again. Ifrit is absolutely, at least from my opinion, one of the best broodmothers out there, and he gets it again with the first pick, and they go for the Gyrocopter, which is just such a great hero in this patch. We've seen it the past couple of games. Root Gaming picked it up in the first game for Moo. He had a great time. This is a very great pick. Very great couple of picks here for NoT today. And for Root Gaming, we've seen Winter Wyvern and Undying before. That was picked up for Summer's Rift yesterday in the first 2 picks. We thought it might have been not the right choice after watching the game. It just felt like they weren't doing much with it. They could theoretically get it done here, grab the Undying, the Dirge, and have some crazy team fight, but who knows?
Yeah, but I think this is for sure going to be a 1-position gyro. Okay. I think part of the reason why we didn't see that work is because, if I remember correctly... Oh, no. I was thinking of 2 different games that were kind of blended together in my mind for some reason. But basically what I'm saying is if they picked up an Undying, it's just going to be a 1-position gyro, probably. And it's way better to have a 1-position gyro against an Undying than a 4-position gyro. Because 4-position gyro can't really run up and, confidently take out that tombstone, whereas the 1-position can. So anyway, they still could go for it. Another reason why they might not is because it's not that great against Brood in terms of locking her down. You kind of just run at him, you have no stun, you have a slow, but it's not a guaranteed slow by any means. So they go with the Storm. That's a hero that's pretty damn good against Brood. Although we saw Leviathan pick it up very early on as well, and then not today respond with a Broodmother early on in the draft, and he didn't have a problem with it at all. His biggest problem was a Spirit Breaker, and that was banned out.
Yeah, that was a smart ban. You knew as soon as that Spirit Breaker ban was coming that they had something set up in mind, and the Broodmother was it. And Root Gaming, watching that game apparently with Leviathan and not today, they ban out the Dazzle as well, so that's really smart. Root Gaming go for the Storm Spirit, which is just a great hero in general, has that pull as ways to get in on the Broodmother. Winter's Curse is also going to be really good against the Broodmother. She can try to get out, but if she gets Winter's Curse, that's it. There's a good chance she just falls. Another reason why Root might not want to go for Undying, which we've seen a lot of teams actually just struggle with the hero. A lot of teams just don't know when to put the Tombstone down or when to fight, when to decay.
Right.
Now it's not even going to be available. It's going to get banned out, which is fair.
Ooh, they ban out the Dazzle. I like that ban a lot. I think the NoT today know exactly what they're doing with that hero. It can be really annoying against the Storm Spirit and even a Winter Wyvern. I actually like Gyro against Wyvern too, because one of the answers to Winter Wyvern, at least in terms of getting, dealing with the Cold Embrace, is low cooldown spells with pretty good magic damage quickly. And that's everything that Gyro has. The Rocket Barrage, cooldown's not quick damage, but I'm mostly talking about the quick Rocket Barrage. It's a 5.5 second cooldown spell that lasts for 3 seconds, so it's essentially like a 2-second cooldown spell. And it does a lot of direct magic damage to one hero. So it's a pretty good counter in that sense to Cold Embrace.
Yes, that's true. So I think Root Gaming, they're not going to have as great of a time because, like we talked about last game, the Ursa gets countered directly by Cold Embrace. Not the case for the Gyrocopter. It's pretty much two different heroes in that sense. It's actually kind of, it's a nice dichotomy. So Gyrocopter is going to be picked up with a second pick. The last ban coming out from NoT today, coming soon. Lena ban for Root Gaming as well, which I don't know if is even necessary. I mean, Ifrit played it really well in that series against NoT today, but Smash's Lena hasn't been stellar. What I would like to see from Smash for NoT today is a Brewmaster. Do they have room for it? I think so. Could he play a fantastic one? I think so. Storm Spirit versus Brewmaster is a pretty even-ish matchup, I think.
I still think Storm should win that, but I mean, we saw yesterday when Storm was up in that matchup, he got destroyed. He was at 20 CS when Smash playing the Panda was at like 36. So, I mean, it's definitely a comfort hero. I think, I don't know, I think you can afford to wait on your mid laner and see what other, because if like you have like kind of squishy supports that could be punished by a split and a split alone, by all means go for it. Yeah, they're going to hold off on their mid laner for now, at least until the 4th position. I think maybe even hold it to the last pick.
Yeah.
Might be the smart. I mean, you already know what NoT today's plan is with Gyro Brood. Like, it's already on the table. At least save your mid, so we'll see. Rubik picked up here. Nice instant cast telekinesis for the Storm Spirit. We'll see if he can steal some good spells this game. Not anything too great right now, but we'll see what else Root picks up.
I'm a big fan of the Rubik with Gyrocopter, Telekinesis, and a Rocket Barrage.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage. It's a lot like what we were talking about with the Shadow Demon Disruption and LSA setting up a Rocket Barrage.
Yeah.
But you can actually pull the hero back, so you have even better positioning. So I think that's really solid.
Ooh, Ravage to steal.
And that is that's a nice ability to steal if you're a Rubik. It's not easy, but it's possible, especially when you get that Blink Dagger. Then it's more than possible. And for Tides, it is the struggle, the battle, to make sure you get that Anchor Smash off right after you Ravage. And I will call it every time. If he doesn't do it, I'm going to yell at him. So Monkeys Forever, who's had a very rough series.
He has.
This could be his time.
This is redemption game, man.
It is.
Redemption game.
Monkeys Forever.
5 seconds.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Tide's been pretty popular in the games I've seen lately. Been picked up a lot more in this version, at least early
Yeah,
on.
you really like Blink on that hero, huh?
I do. Well, okay, I should say, I think in some instances where you're up against an extremely team-fighting-oriented lineup that wants to run at you, I don't like this mech Arcane's build.
Which is like the entirety of 6.84 right now, honestly. Or a lot of 6.84 anyway.
Yeah, I think you just have to gauge it and say, don't get caught up into one item build for every single game. Be flexible and evaluate the situation and then plan your items accordingly. So we'll see. And then just plan how the game is going out. Feel it out. But anyway.
Your love for Guardian Greaves and your love for Blink Dagger on Tide in this current patch and current game, it's a struggle, honestly.
Yeah, it just really depends. Like, for instance, this game, Blink is obviously really, really strong. Like, getting in and out, Blink, Ravage onto Rubik and Disruptor, now also in conjunction with the Sand King Epicenter Blink. Yeah, I definitely think that a fast Blink on Tide is going to be a little bit stronger than your Arcane's mech.
And this game could go the way the game went last night for Summer's Rift, where you're not having a great game, but all of a sudden Demon gets a Blink Dagger on Sand King and then starts just destroying people. That could be similar to how this game goes, especially with the Broodmother. Storm Spirit can try to get a kill on his own early on in the game when he gets Ball Lightning, but like a Sand King is going to assure that kill with a Blink Dagger, I think, and a Blink Burrow. And also, if he gets an Epicenter off, he's going to have some nice Broodling farm as well, too. So Sand King's a great choice here, but their lanes are kind of weak. I don't know if Not Today can really go like aggro, but especially with a Wyvern, you could always Cold Embrace. It's kind of tough. I don't know if you think anything about that.
Well, they certainly could go aggro. The only problem with that, though, is when you pit up a Broodmother against a Tide, and Tides love that matchup.
Yeah, that's true.
So that is a little bit of an awkward situation. So you have to be careful for that. I think that, yeah, they are saving their mid-hero, which I think is smart for Not Today. I still think Panda actually wouldn't be terrible. I would fear for the super late game for them. I know you love that term. Super ultra late game. I would
Super's
fear.
fine. Ultra.
Oh, it's just the word.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't like Ultra.
Anyway, but I do think that going into a team fight using your split, throwing Tidehunter up in the air if you can find him could be good. Sand King is actually pretty decent against Panda, though.
It's gonna get banned out anyways.
Well, they snap pick Dragonite, so they're new. But I think Sand King's actually pretty good against Panda because it's hard to really zone in onto Sand King within that primal split form. He's usually just going to Sandstorm. There's nothing that you can do to get him out of that.
You can't dispel that?
Well, I mean, you can, but your primary focus when your Panda is to throw someone up in the air, stun someone else.
Yes. Oh. All right, I'm down. I am down. Somebody was watching that game. That was just happening. They had it on the second monitor while they were playing their previous game.
Huskar with Greaves is freaking broken.
All right, so is that the build? Like, what is the exact items that you go for early on in the game?
I don't know. I haven't watched it from start to finish. I've just popped into games where they've already had it. And
so
I'm like,
just Greaves.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to obviously get the build up.
Right,
so
of course.
You get your Arcanes, you get your mech, which seems awkward and weird. I still think you have to rush a, what's it called? The Armlet. I still think Armlet and Huskar is core. Yeah. Very, very core.
Yeah.
But after that, you get the Arcanes, you get the mech, turn it into Greaves, and it's amazing because when you get super low HP and you want to be super low HP for Huskar,
yeah,
you have almost close to 100% magical resistance. Well, also when you're low HP, the your armor gets pumped up by the Greaves by 15. So then you have super high magic resistance, but now you also have pretty damn good physical resistance too. And then you can heal yourself up. You can armlet toggle if you need to. It's just an amazing item. It seems like it's almost built for Huskar.
Yeah, we were watching the end of that game with Hellraisers versus Summer's Rift after we just finished the last game. And there was a team fight where the Huskar was sitting at, it seemed to be like, 5% HP for almost the entirety of it. And that was before he even used his BKB. With the BKB, Guardian Greaves, and low HP from Berserker's Blood, he seems almost invulnerable. God, and he's got this new Immortal too, so he's going to look really cool when he jumps on people. Inscribed Searing Dominator. Excellent. They changed it to, it used to be Searing with 2 E's, which is not the correct word, but Reddit made a post about it, and Valve, of course, corrected it so nicely. Then there also, Brian or Fluff has the Immortal helmets. So these are a couple of the Immortals coming out, again. The new Immortals, I should say. The Huskar helmet and the Sand King helmet. So they give you new animations, which is really cool.
Okay.
You'll see them, don't worry. You're going to get blown away.
Yeah, that Magnus animation, I actually am not a fan of.
I don't like the Shockwave one that much.
It feels like it looks delayed or something. I need to play it to feel it out.
Actually, you know what? I don't know. I don't mind it. I feel like it looks more powerful.
Like it looks cool, but it for some reason to me, it looks like it is delayed on the Shockwave. I don't know. Like I said, I need to feel it to really see. They're switch things around. They're not quite sure what either team is going to do. TC's walking towards the bottom rune, and I think they might even get both runes here.
There's a definite possibility. It actually looks like Smash is going to get up into that top bounty rune, and then of course it's going to be TC getting the bottom one, who went 2 mangoes, by the way.
They didn't quite see the heroes rotating, but they definitely could have got both runes. But anyway, it's going to be something standard here for Not Today. DK mid against a Storm. I think Storm should actually really do well in this matchup.
I think Moo is guessing that they're going to go aggro tri-lane, but he's about to be incorrect. I think they saw him rotate bottom, and they're going to prepare for it. I feel as though Not Today wanted to go aggro, but they saw Moo head towards the bottom lane.
Looks like they just want to pit this Tidehunter up against this Broodmother. Which is, here's the thing, is it doesn't really stifle the Brood's farm, but it means that both heroes farm a lot. Because what happens is Brood's going to start to backlane once he hits level 3, which is fine, he'll get farm, but that also means that Tidehunter's going to get every single CS2. And overall, that's going to benefit the Tide, because Tide does a lot more with early CS than the Brood does. Brood, you're always going to get your early farm. That's just how the hero functions.
Yes.
If it doesn't, it's a garbage pick.
Right.
But Tidehunter with early farm is pretty devastating. So
you get like an earlier Blink Dagger, it comes out maybe a couple minutes earlier than you're anticipating. Arcanes, I mean, obviously that's a big deal. Unless they go mech, which...
I mean, with this early farm... Oh, yeah, you know what? He probably won't go for the mech because... Well, I'm waiting to see what Moo does, because I've just seen it and it's amazing. But he's not going to get too much down here.
No, this is not a lane that's going great for him. He has 0 CS now. I do like what Fluff is trying to do. He's waiting, and he's going to wait patiently for this bottle to come out. And Smash is going to actually get it now. And will Fluff wait long enough, and will be able to do enough damage to
I
get
think
this
they're
kill?
going to get it. I think the way that the courier is walking now, I don't see it turning its movement anywhere. We'll see.
It's going straight on.
This is going to be a courier.
This is a dead courier. Fluff's going to see it right now.
Oh, wait, he's Sand King.
He is the Sand King. He's going to right-click it twice. It's just... Oh, it went back! No, he didn't micro it! Oh, yeah. He could have microed that better, and that could have stayed alive. Yeah, it was a Sand King.
The whole time I was assuming he was still a Rubik.
No, he...
So I was like, he's going to kill this before he gets his bottle. At the very least, he still got his bottle. But
yeah.
Smash could have definitely done a better job about delivering the courier and then walking it towards the right side. But at least he still gets the bottle. That would have been horrible if he didn't.
The problem with a DK, though, is that he's not really getting rune control. He's so slow. And, of course, the supports and TC are going to be able to get there, especially if PC is able to get his bottle pretty soon. So rune control is going to be kind of a problem. He's going to really have to limit his bottle usage here. Monkeys Forever has that level 2 Anchor Smash, and Ifrit is doing a nice job of juking and jiving. He actually makes sure the Broodlings... Oh, counter ward coming out. The sentry coming through. Anchor Smash coming in for Monkeys. He's going to get some more CS. He's up to 11 now, and this will continue to rise. Now bottom lane. Fluff coming in. Aggro tri-lane Sand King. Huskar's going to get telekinesis. Fluff will not get stunned. Look at English, please. In trouble, but there's the Rocket Barrage. Glimpse back, but that's first blood for Jason. Burrow Strike came through. And the Burning Spears, when you get some stacks up, man, they do so much damage and actually last a long time. 8 seconds for Burning Spears. And so Huskar on a tri-lane and an aggro tri-lane is frightening. They're going to keep going.
They want to go more. They do have boots now fresh onto the... Actually, I don't know if he had it the whole time. Maybe he just went over there to purchase a TP.
Might have.
Anyway, boots also onto both supports, so that's good. Vanny's up to 14 CS, where the Huskar's down. Oh, God. Huskar only has 4 CS. So they did get first blood, but, man, he is not getting really any farm down here.
That could change, though, with the addition of the Sand King to the lane. Although it is a gyrocopter, and he's really good animation.
I think the second Rubik gets down here is if he can find an opening to a lift, they just go. Like, they might trade a support for someone, but they should just kill this Huskar.
He has 8 stacks of Berserker's Blood. He has 28% damage resistance extra. He's up to almost 50 now.
Whoa, he went what? Why did he go 1-1-1? That seems really weird to me. Okay. I guess it gives you a static 10 regen, which is okay, but this is just that's very curious to me.
I think that value point's actually pretty good. 10 regen in lane seems very nice.
The spears is like, you mean you double your damage from level 1 to 2. The faster you get up that Berserker's Blood, the more you like this tri-lane's all magic damage, so if he gets good levels, then yeah.
There you go. The Rubik comes in like you mentioned, telekinesis, and Moo is going to die. There's the Burrow Strike. English, please, taking some Burning Spears damage. He's going to stick up, but I still think he's dead. They get the double kill for Van. They might even get the triple kill. Gloom's back in. They have Rocket Barrage, but he's out of mana for another 10 seconds. The Sandstorm will go. They have no detection. They'll sit on the very edge of it. They'll still take a couple of hits from it, but he's completely out of mana. He has no Burrow Strike anytime soon. 10 seconds. They're waiting for Moo to get back into the lane. Stinger knows this. They're going to ping on him. Fluff can't stun, though. Glimpse is up in 40, so they don't have that. Fluff will get away.
I don't know why they waited so long. I mean, they know that the duration of the Sandstorm isn't as long as it would be at level 2, 3, 4, but it's still pretty long at level 1. It's 20 seconds. Sitting there for 20 seconds while you're not farming creeps is a little bit of a mistake, but oh well. They definitely got a good exchange there. 2 for 1.
Van now taking some Arctic Burn. Nice kinetic field telekinesis, stun on it too. Fade Bolt, Fluff is going to Sandstorm, but they have the Sentry Ward down to the ground. They get the kill. Now look at the Rocket Barrage. They're going to get 3, all 3 dead in this lane. Van is having one heck of a time. It's 5-2 now, plus all the CS that he's getting. He is loving it right now.
They got so outplayed there. Nice lift, and then the quick Sentry. So the second he decided to do any kind of Sandstorm shenanigans to then maybe find a further Burrow Strike was just not going to work. Totally outplayed there in the bottom lane.
This lane is disastrous, and I think they might need to fix it up and decide Mood to go elsewhere. And it looks like he's going to head top for the time being.
Now,
Something along those lines.
Tide is getting very good farm. This is what I talked about. Like, Brood's getting okay farm. Tide's getting even better farm.
Arcanes? 900 gold?
Some of those, does he have, is that what he has?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's super good. They put a sentry up. He does get hit.
He's got Ravage, but oh, they dust. They've got dust. Will they Ravage? Here's the question. They'll use it. Anchor Smash will go. The right clicks. Can they get this kill? They're going to get body blocked. They need another Anchor Smash. They find it. Oh, all those broodlings for monkeys forever. He's up to 1,500 now.
So rich.
He is freaking rich, man. Filthy rich.
Why did he bring all his broodlings back like that?
He was trying to body block with them.
I'm about to die. Here, have these. That's like an extra 150 gold or something, at least. Ooh, that's... Oh, God, look at this Tide, man. I mean, he's had a pretty bad series, unfortunately, but I imagine he'll have a great game right now. He's looking at a possible Arcane's Blink at, like, 9 minutes.
He goes mech and you just lose it. I can imagine that happening.
No, dude, mech is not that bad if you get it this early on with Arcanes.
That's true.
Are you kidding? Like, yeah, the Greaves are great on Huskar, but this might be one of those games with Huskar getting such little farm, and then with the Tide getting so over-farmed. I could easily see an Arcane's mech this game and then just start and go bottom and fight.
I would also, it doesn't really matter either or. Like, if you could get any item at that period of time. They also gush up Broodmother. He's going to head under the tower. Fluff is going to dust up. It's going to hit. Burrow's going to go, and this is just going to be a dead Broodmother, honestly. There's no way she can really survive. Gush comes in. Nice kill from Mux. He has his blink in 50 gold. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they dive. They get the kill on Winter Wyvern with Van with Rocket Barrage. He was phase boots, by the way, which I think in this situation is okay. We talked about Tread's Drum a lot, but I don't know. It's got its bonuses for phase boots for Gyrocopter.
TC taking a ton of damage. Remember that the poison from... Wow, I'm surprised he didn't go for the nuke. Just to maybe hit him down a little bit more. But doesn't go for the nuke. He's got 13 stick charges. He's kind of doing really well in this lane now. He's going to get 4 CS here. That'll pump him up to 40 CS, whereas the Storm is at 45. I favor definitely the Storm in this matchup, too. Although there was a change now to the Breathe Fire, so you get your damage reduction. Or I should say your damage reduced by 35%. He does go for the mech on Tide. Like I said, I think it's totally fine because of how friggin' fast he farmed at this game. That's a lot of Fs.
Yeah, but that closes the Guardian Greaves. I mean, I guess you could still theoretically get it.
I
don't think that's going to happen,
would be, I think, horrible.
Yeah. So...
ton of waste of gold.
No cool build, unfortunately, coming out. And I think Moon maybe realized, like, okay, I'm just not going to get enough farm for this. It's not going to be as effective as I want it to be.
That's okay. I mean, but right now, I think with the mech being delivered, I think you give Huskar maybe the lane top, and you go smoke, and TP the Tide bottom, and you just go run at people. You should abuse the fact that you have an Arcane's mech at 8 minutes and go fight.
I mean, especially because Van is so farmed right now. He's at the top of net worth currently. He's getting a Yasha very soon. So phase Yasha, super old school build, pretty good.
Phase Yasha on the gyro?
Yeah. Well, almost Yasha. Very soon. He's got so much farm. He's top of net worth. This is a Tide that has 81 CS, and somehow the Gyrocopter still leading in net worth because all those kills happen. Now there's a TP mid. There's going to be a smoke up coming up from the Rubik as well as the Disruptor. They're going to try to find this huge kill onto TC, who is doing very well mid. But Smash is even better in terms of net worth. They're going to wrap around.
Disruptor's so good against Storm.
He's level 6 now. That's the most important thing. They have that static Storm ready to go. The Silence, obviously.
Doesn't have a super long-range glimpse, though, because it's only level 2. So that might actually be a little bit difficult. If they can start, though, with the Rubik lift, he's dead. They can start with the Rubik lift. If TC pops up for just a second,
he will. But he's in trouble. Telekinesis is going to go. Kinetic Field. They will use the Static Storm. They've got Cold Embrace. He's going to use it. Breathe Fire. The mech comes in. Ravaged. They glimpsed it back, though. Now the ball lighting further. English Pleasing Stinger getting kind of low. They need a Burrow Strike. They might be able to get it onto Smash. There it goes. Long duration, long range Burrow, but now Fluff actually just gets obliterated by that call down. It was not as good as they were hoping. That glimpse back onto the Tide was pretty disastrous, and Jason's going to fall as well. Oh, jukes, and he does go down to Van, who TP's in beautifully with that call down Rocket Barrage. Van is changing this game. He's changing the Tides. He's making it so not today are in a great position.
Yeah, and the Cold Embrace again, saving the Storm for sure. If he didn't use that, he was dead totally. Heals him up a lot. Not only does it stop the physical damage, it actually heals pretty damn well at level 1.
Yep.
That was insane.
And then the mech coming out, too.
Yeah, the mech coming out. The glimpse, unfortunately. I mean, he did get the Ravage off, so it wasn't horrible, but obviously you'd still want to be there as a super tanky Tide with 4 points into your Kraken Shell. So, nice glimpse there.
Anchor Smash could have also done some work there in that fight, too, especially after the Burrow Strikes. They could have gotten a couple more kills, but at the same time, yeah, they save the Storm Spirit. They lose a couple on their side. Huskar is still farming. I don't know if he was involved in that fight and if he died or not. I don't think he was. I can't see many runes being picked up currently. Mu has just been relegated to the jungle, although his armlet's very close to being completed. Well, he still needs the
most expensive part.
Yeah, I think it's a broadsword. No, it's
the Helm of Iron
Will. Yeah.
Yep. So it's not going to be the earliest armlet in the world. In fact, it's extremely late. He's the third least farmed hero on the map.
Yep.
The Rubik has more farm than him.
That's rough.
God, the Rubik, and Rubik's only 1 and 2. He has Arcanes and a Bracer.
And Ifrit causing chaos. He died twice. He hasn't been as good as he was in that first game against Leviathan. That's hard to replicate that kind of performance when at 10 minutes anyway. Later on down the road, it was not as great.
Looks like he's going for a similar build where he fakes out the Orchids and then goes back to the Midas. Maybe he just really values the mana regen of Visage's Mask.
They're going to jump in. They don't hit the dust. Ifrit knew it was coming. I think the Tide walked up a little bit too early.
I think that the position of the ult from TC was off, and he also used the dust while he was moving, and it was just way too early. So he also doesn't have any points in grip either, or the Electric Vortex. Stun coming out onto Fluff.
Oh, he is dead. He is super dead. That is a lot of hate. I don't even know if that Static Storm is necessary. They had a Telekinesis ready to go. Breathe Fire was going to be more than enough damage. I guess a kill's a kill. It's fine. They secure it. Either way. And Smash in his Elder Dragon form up to 2,000 gold. The Treads Bracer seems to be very common for the DK. It's just after that, do you go Shadow Blade into Silver Edge? Do you go Shadow Blade into BKB? Do you go straight BKB? This game it is going to be the Shadow Blade first for the DK. At least he picks up the Shadow Amulet first.
Yeah, which is, I think, totally fine. Here's a question for you. Does the break disable the Kraken Shell?
I believe so.
Because that's a huge spell to break. Because when you're bursting down a Tide, if you can stop it, make it so that he can't get out of stuns with the break ability, that is massive. I'll double check on that.
Mawpax does Silver Edge disable Kraken Shell.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah, agreed.
But that's really big because one of the best things about Tide, that's really big then. One of the best things about Tide is that, especially when you go for the mech build and he has the full Greaves. Oh, hold that thought is Orange is dead
again. Big kill. TC doesn't screw it up this time. He gets the dust off at the right time, and it's just an easy kill. Nicely done.
But one of the best things about Tide is that you can almost always, no matter what, get out of a stun to at least cast your Ravager mech, which is why sometimes you don't have to go for an early blink. But with the break, if he does, it hasn't happened yet. He's still quite far away from a potential Silver Edge. But if he does get it, and they initiate with a stun, a very long duration Dragon Tail.
Oh, are you serious?
So is Berserker's Blood.
That makes him almost useless, honestly.
Wow.
That's just... I don't know, actually.
That is the
biggest
of all.
I think it depends on when you hit him. I'm not sure if this is how it works, but if you already have the stacks of Berserker's Blood, it might keep them there. Because that's how it kind of works for some other abilities.
That's an important question to answer.
That is the most important question. Does it keep the stacks up, or do you lose the stacks of Berserker's Blood? That is something that, if you're in a test lobby, go ahead and try it out.
But the stacks are it's constant based off of the spell itself, or the passive itself. So
True.
I imagine they would just go away.
Oh, hold that thought. Smash is going to get jumped on. Ravage is available if they need to use it. And they hit it perfectly, as of course the Rubik was just TPing it. Epicenter goes Smash. Finally going to go down. It took so long. Static Storm onto Brian. We're fluffing stuff. He will fall. Cold Embrace going through, but not enough. That Rocket Barrage as well doing work for Van. He's got a Haze Rune. He's going to run right into Monkey's Fervor. Anchor Smash will go. It's not going to do nearly enough. TC's going to TP away. Monkey's Fervor's not going to be so lucky. He'll try to turn onto Stinger. There's the Winner's Curse, but it's just not going to do nearly enough. Jason had his 6, had it ready to go. He just couldn't find it. Meanwhile, Ifrit is making his home in the bottom lane now. He's rotated completely. He's out of top now. He's just going straight bottom.
Oh, and a big zip in. Oh, that's a lot. That's all the mana wasted from TC, though.
If he get all those Spiderlings.
He does get the Spiderlings at least, and he's got a Soul Ring, so his CS is up to about 110, which is really good for him. I think he's going to go straight for the Bloodstone build, which I totally agree with. I don't think Orchids is that great here. Dragonite's still really tanky with just about 20 armor.
Oh, Stinger's just dead. That Sandstorm's going to kill him? Yep. Fluff getting it done. I will say this. I'm surprised people aren't going more... Okay, he does get the Caustic Finale now, because it does actually explode, regardless of whether creeps or you die. It actually does finish. It is final, as its name implies. But he gets the kill. Blink Dagger just came out not too long ago, which is nice. Maybe that's the time here for Root Gaming. The problem is I just don't see how this Huskar is going to be effective, and he almost died to something. I don't know what. He got cold embraced.
I think he's just low in general. He's trying to get helped out by the... Yeah, he hasn't been able to do anything in these fights. He's just been in recovery mode right now. The Rubik actually did steal Ravage that fight, by the way, but he died right after he stole it. Really nice attempt from him, but just couldn't get it off in time.
All right, well, you're free to go now, Monkeys Forever. I got my eye on you.
They have a ton of stacks, or a pretty decent stack here on the Ancients. Van is going for the old school build. Last time we saw this done, it was done by Corey, and it failed miserably. We'll see if, I mean, he's top net worth by quite a large margin, though. So we'll see. I think the Gyro pick, like I said, is pretty good against this Winter Wyvern as well. They're going to smoke and do Roche, it looks like.
I'll try to anyway.
Oh, move. Oh, they actually don't have wards there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
This is the sketchiest Roche I've ever seen in my life. Moo could easily kill himself.
I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can almost always do it. Although since his armlet came out extremely late, that means Roshan's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the normal timing of trying to rush a Roshan with Huskar is like, I don't know, 9 minutes or so. So now 8 minutes have elapsed since that time, and Roshan's much beefier.
I remember that Burning Spears are no longer an orb.
Yeah, it'll stack there with your lifesteal, so.
Which was one of, like, you kind of had to choose whether you were your lifesteal or you're just going to go Burning Spears. And most people would transition to, like, lifesteal later on down the road. Well, hold that thought. Jason's going to get Dragon Tail mid. He's going to get breathed on.
Stole Cold Embrace. Pretty damn good spell.
That is a nice spell
for your
steal.
DK.
Jeez. That is something else. Anyways, down bottom, Ifrit's still getting farmed. He has his Midas off cooldown. He's going to use it. Monkeys Forever's here. He's got Ravage. Guardian Greaves are up as well. I think there is an active. So the active, does it give armor as well as health, I think? Or no, it's just the Guardian Aura that gives the 4 health regeneration and 2 bonus armor. If an allied hero's health falls below 20%, they receive 15 health and regeneration and 15 armor. It's not just the wearer. It's
everybody.
It's everybody.
Yep.
So it's good. It's exceptionally good on the side of this game then.
Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna work well for the Huskar if he's around the Tide. That's great. It's usually just a little more flashy on a Huskar because then he can kind of go balls to the wall, not be near his team at all.
Yeah. And you're not really expecting it on a Huskar either.
Yeah, but Monkeys Forever did have a fast Greaves, but now his farm's kind of gone back a little bit. Oh, he is glimpsed.
Uh-oh. Monkeys Forever. Yeah, he's in trouble. It took me a second to
He
find
is
him.
so tanky.
Why, is he just going to TP out? They have nothing
He sure
anymore?
is. He sure is. He didn't even, I don't even think he hit the threshold of the 20%, so you didn't even see the extra armor added.
He wasn't even close.
So damn tanky, man.
Guardian Greaves, level 4 Kraken Shell, Strength Hero.
Smash gonna look for a kill. He's waiting for the Gyro to get in range, and then he goes
down. TC gets stunned up. He's in trouble. Rocket Barrage going. Double damage. They get the kill. Van now on a killing spree. Actually unstoppable. And gets a killing spree from TC, I should say.
Oh, I think he had enough for his Bloodstone. And I think he didn't buy it.
Van's going Scotty, by the way.
The recipe for Bloodstone is 900. He must have been just under it. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Van picking up Scotty next. He has his Helmet of the Dominator as well. Not going to Manta, so he's got that Yasha casually. And Smash is stealing an Enemy Ancient stack, which is not really stacked, just an Enemy Ancient camp. And he is going to be picking up an Ogre Club, which again doesn't really indicate whether he's going BKB or Silver Edge, but because of how good Silver Edge is this game, I think it's probably going to be that.
I guess TC might have had some reliable gold. He had 3 hero kills and no deaths, so. Ooh. Oh my god. I didn't see his gold come out like this, but I thought he was just a phased Yasha with just building a Helmet of the Dominator. He's got a frickin' Scotty. My god.
It was on the courier. It was actually flying out to him after that last kill. So yeah,
wow.
He's farmed. He's up to 12,000. He is way higher than the Broodmother's at 8,000 currently. So Monkeys Forever is going to push into the bottom tier 1 tower. They're going to try to defend this. They TP in Stinger. They might glimpse him back. They have it. They're going to use it as well. Kinetic Field, Static Storm could go. He's going to get Telekinesis into the Static Storm. Telekinesis goes down because of the Kraken ship, but he dies anyways. Feels Anchor Smash. Okay.
Then they get a kill on Wyvern.
Where did he die?
Wyvern's died 7 times. He's 1 in 7.
Oh, he was over here. I don't know how he died here, but he's dead.
Oh,
anyway.
god. Jason's died a lot this series.
Yeah, last game was great, but this game not so much.
Yeah, between this game and the tree, I think he's probably 2 and like 19 right now. Ooh, this is not good. I didn't notice that he was having that hard of a time. Again, I think the second they had that early mech, they should have gone bottom. They should have pushed that tower, forced CSU bottom, let Huskar farm the lane up top, which is a little bit easier said than done against a Brood, but Brood was getting shut down at that time.
Well,
God, this Huskar is just so far behind where he wants to be.
I mean, and unless they get a huge team fight, if they can kill the Gyrocopter, who is currently 6-0-6, that's a lot of gold for the Huskar if he gets the kill, theoretically. But he's just so far behind, as you mentioned. He's behind Stinger, the Disruptor. He was behind the Rubik at one point, but Stinger is going Ags, by the way. That is frightening. He's very close to it as well. He's 800 gold away at 21 minutes in. Supports this patch. Seemed to be getting richer quicker. Demon, of course, in the lane of the other day. Yesterday, in fact. That was quite nice.
Gonna be top 15 net worth all time for Gyro. Yeah, he is so farmed, man. I guess he's just been doing a lot better job this game than what we saw last time with Gyro stacking and actually taking the stacks. Now the Rubik is helping him stack it as well. Actually missed that stack, fortunately.
Oh well. He'll still get plenty of farm. Oh my god, he just bought a Scott, he's already up to 2,500 gold. And he's got an Aegis too. Could honestly finish like SNY or Manta, whatever he wants to go
I actually don't even like the Manta this game, because there's not a rush to Orchids. I know I keep saying Orchids. Orchid. It's not, although it can disrupt a little bit of initiation coming out from Huskar. And you kind of need to do something. We'll see what he does.
Smash is going BKB, by the way. He's not going into the Silver Edge first.
Yeah, I don't blame him. There's nothing wrong with a BKB on Dragon Knight.
There's nothing wrong, but again, it's nicer to see Silver Edge and some of the interactions with the passives.
I would love to see this just crush the Huskar's Berserker's Blood, though. Like, that's amazing. But again, I think the biggest one, honestly, is the Tide Kraken Shell. Like I said, it's his best ability in the mid to late game, because you can always cast your spells or your mech with that being active. But if it's disabled from break, then you're just a lowly Tide with stuns that really destroy you. And with the Dragon Tail being it's actually level 3 right now, but 3.5 seconds, 3.25 seconds is plenty of time to burst this guy down.
Absolutely. Blink Dagger coming up for Monkeys Forever too. The Kraken Shell, we saw it actually a couple of moments ago when he was down bottom, and telekinesis was canceled because, of course, the Kraken Shell came out after there was a Static Storm, which did enough damage to hit the threshold. So anyways, Kraken Shell's big, but he gets his blink now, and it might not even matter if he can find a reliable initiation. Root haven't really found any initiations. With a Storm Spirit, you expect to be getting kills off, up the wazoo. It's just not the case. This might be the best possible time, however, with an Aegis on the Gyrocopter, who's already very tanky. It's very tough to deal with. Arctic Blast is going to go. There's no spell stolen for English, please. So Monkeys Forever. Okay, they won't defend the Tier 2 tower. I thought maybe they'd think about it, they go in, they look for a Ravage. They couldn't find anything.
And he goes for the now the Eagle song afterwards, so almost always going to go for that Butterfly. And the Ifrit playing the Brood actually went for Blink Orchid. So that's pretty damn good against the Storm Spirit too, because he's got no BKB, he can't re-Orchid someone else. He's going to go for BKB now, which is imperative. But
that'll take time.
Yeah, it's going to take time, and oh my god, this Gyro's just pulling so far ahead of anyone else on route. It's insane.
And it's not like Root or like, oh, late game we could take this no problem. It's a Huskar. Huskar is great, don't get me wrong.
I mean, Tide is amazing late game. Storm is great late game too. I think they actually have the tools to fight late game, but they're down by
not
a
when they're
lot.
this far behind.
They're down, oh my god, they're almost down by 20k.
I mean, there's an Ags on Disruptor, for God's sakes, at 25 minutes into the game. So that's something else.
And he owns Storm Spirits. Really, really owns Storm Spirit. It's one of the heroes that you just can't do anything about that Glimpse combo. At least with Puck and heroes like that, you can do something. You can time the phase shift if you're facing the right direction, or if your orb is already going, and just go to your orb. With heroes like PL, for example, you can actually use the Doppelganger out of the Glimpse, which I think is kind of broken.
Well, it's like a Manta style. I mean, it pretty much is a Manta style. That's what Doppelganger is, I think, in terms of how it works defensively.
It's better, though, in that interaction.
Yeah. And
then there's another one that Ember is actually really good against.
It is better than Manta, because Manta is a very quick thing. You can Manta out of Glimpse back, but it takes it's very, very quick. Doppelganger, you're like gone for seconds.
Doppelganger is also super. Glimpse back onto Monkeys Forever.
Is just dead.
And he's constantly silenced there.
Now the Burrow Epi coming in. Here comes Moose. Well, they'll find a Rubik. It's just support though. Static Storm still going in, zoning out the fight. Sneer not going to be able to get out. Winner's Curse going out of Van as well. He does still have that Aegis. Moo getting low. Cold Embrace coming in. TC doing work. Needs to get this Aegis down. They will. Now they're going to focus Smash. Moo jumps back in. Smash is going to go down. Root holds strong. Van going to try to take Moo down. But look at all the Berserker's blood. It doesn't matter. He's still going to fall anyways. Now going to work on TC. TC can deny himself if he needs to. Cold Embrace comes out. Godlike for Van. Buyback coming in on the side of the Huskar. The pull coming through as well. Now TC getting low. He'll deny himself. Moo will try to fight this. Rocket Barrage, Home Missile going. Moo getting low. Will he get the kill? The burrow comes out from Fluff. They get it done. That buyback saves their rack, saves the game. But guess what's happening bottom? Tier 3's been taken. Range racks, permanent damage is done there. Root still hold when it's all said and done, but they do have to buy back on the Huskar, who was so underfarmed.
Yeah, that was a pretty climactic fight. It was pretty fun to watch. In the end, though, the biggest thing is that with the Disruptor ulti constantly going, so even if you crack a shell, you're still constantly disabled. Fully. I mean, it's an Ags upgrade, but you're silenced all the time. The Tidehunter couldn't Ravage. They didn't have the Ravage available in that fight, which was huge. They really needed that. They actually fought quite well. They actually fought quite well without it, but it just wasn't enough. And now the Brood is pushing bottom, being annoying. He's got a BKB. So nice fight there by NoT, but yeah.
TC had so many Bloodstone charges after that fight too, and he has to kill himself. Goes
Still
down.
back up to 8.
Yeah, I mean he could be in a way worse position. He could be Shibby when not today we're playing them the other day, but that's not the case. Moo just...
Dude, the Disruptor has more farm than the Huskar.
Oh, he's had it for some time.
Even
he's caught up. Actually, Moo's caught up pretty well, too.
Even the Tide who had Arcane's, 1,600 gold at like 8 minutes, he is now the 4th lowest on the net worth chart.
Yeah, he got those Greaves, and then he just couldn't farm anymore, or didn't farm anymore. They're going to find Smash, though, and this could be a pretty big kill. He is very tanky, but not that tanky. He's got BKB. It's just not going to get it off. Really well-stacked stuns coming out from the side of Root Gaming to pick up that kill. And now they get more room to work with. They can maybe take a Tier 1 tower. They have yet to take a Tier 1. Even if they do take all of the towers on the map, that's still not going to get them nearly enough money.
I don't think that Tide should have actually got the Greaves this game. I know I say how much I like Greaves. They're pretty. It's Seahawks colors. I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm from Seattle. But he had the mech at such an early time. I think the mech was fine, but they needed to either go push right away or he needed to buy a Blink Dagger right away. It's really stifled his farm, and now that he has a Blink, it's fine, but I think it just might be too late.
Oh, homing missile. They might jump on him. Sand King gets a kill on the bottom lane. Now Stinger in trouble. Static Storm's going to go, but he misses it. Now the Winter's Curse on Van as well. Ravage flies through. They need to get this kill, but here's English Please. Did he steal it? He got Winter's Curse, I believe. Cold Embrace coming out. Oh, no, it's the Arctic Burn. Monkeys Forever, and actually they're going to TP away. They'll lose 3 on the side of NoT today, but they also lose 2 on the side of Root. And Van getting a double kill being the most imperative part of that for NoT today. Although they do survive on the Huskar. Yeah,
but he's more than manageable. Yes. He's extremely underfarmed. Bouncing back a little bit, getting some hero kills though, so he's up to 5 and 3. BKB on Storm is good. They did kill the Brood in the middle of all that, and it looked like he wasn't able to get his BKB off.
Yes.
So I don't know if they initiated straight up with the Sand King Eruption, or sorry, Sand King. Oh God, my hollandaise. Sand King Epicenter.
Is that actually what it was called?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Magnus Eruption. Oh boy. Freudian slips right there with my Han background. But, oh, there's a pretty good item against Gyro.
No BKB.
Yeah.
And if he gets Manta, he can't Manta out of it anyways. So I think that's a solid choice.
It's good against DK as well, but DK does have a BKB.
There is no Ravage, and I think NoT today, knowing this, are going to try to push into this Rack's top. Is there a Glyph available? Absolutely not. It's down for a minute. And that's a Satanic done for a Gyrocopter, by the way, in case you were wondering. He has a Satanic casually.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty good.
It's so hard to kill him now. It's a Gyrocopter. Van is having a heck of a game. They
might just have to Rax just went down so fast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can really defend this. It's so difficult. Van is just going hard in the front line. Yeah, they're going to use the Elder Dragon form. Calldown's going to go, and it just looks like Root Gaming can't contest this.
Glenn's coming back onto Moo. He's stunned up, but they're just going to back away, wait for a more clear time. They actually don't have level 3 Dragon Form on the DK, which is kind of annoying, but
it's pretty close. Van's going to get jumped on. Gush, they need to get off the Ravage. They don't have the Ravage. They get the Winner's Curse. Can they bring Van down? There's the Satanic going to work. Now it's going to be done. Cold Embrace flies through. Moo gets the halberd off onto Van, but Van still tanky as all hell. He's actually going to get Cold Embrace. It was stolen by English Please. Blink Burrow up as well. Glimpse out onto the Sand King. Breathe Fire. They finally bring Van down. Smash getting low as well. Here comes Ifrit. Buyback might have been used for a hero. I'm not sure. Ifrit now getting chased down the tower doing work. Waiting for this BKB. Blinks away. Makes it out. Now they'll find out a couple. Monkeys Forever has Ravage at 5. Stinger getting low. TC gets the kill. Onto the side of Disruptor. Monkeys Forever so low. Veil goes into Ifrit. He'll get out. They hold this mid-Rax. And they do lose the Huskar. He's not the issue, I think. Root Gaming are going to really have to rely on TC this game, honestly.
It might be too late, though, man. They've lost a full set of racks top. They lost the range racks bottom.
Oh, no.
They've, I mean, they're getting hero kills, but they lost, yeah, like you said, they did lose the Huskar, who's, I think, a little bit expendable. But damage has been done. Structural damage has been done. So that's the most important thing. AC is in the works here for Smash. I think if you're Gyrocopter, you start working towards that BKB, because it's really important that you're not stunned up when you're trying to go for that Satanic lifesteal.
Yeah.
Also, of course, the halberd is really, really annoying. And if you get halberded in the middle of a Satanic, like, that's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still super duper strong. He's 8,000 net worth over the highest of Root, which is the Storm. But if he gets BKB, I don't think that there's an answer from Root.
No, they can't kill him. With Winter's Curse, maybe they have the right click, but the Overload is going to get blocked by Magic Community. So TC's damage is going to be negligible. It's really tough, honestly. I'm surprised they didn't get a BKB earlier, but I'm also not really surprised because he's just had such a good start and such a good game that he really hasn't needed a BKB until this point in the game. And he could wait, or they could just keep throwing bodies at the tier 3 in the Raxes, and I don't think there's any answer. Root Gaming are just so far away. They're trying to roast now with Moo. Smash is going to walk right in and probably just stun him.
Oh, if they just cast the Disruptor ulti on him, they're fine.
They get the Ravage off, though. BKB from Smash is perfectly timed, but Moo getting back up. He's actually going to pop the armlet. They take down the Disruptor. They take down the Rubik as well. Here comes Van. He still has the Satanic. Brian is going to get, I think, Cold Embrace, but he's still going to die regardless. Smash is going on to Moo. He's finally going to fall. Rocket Barrage. He had like a ton of stacks of Berserkers, but it's clearly not enough. They
used like almost everything on the Disruptor, who already got the ulti off. So that was not the way to go. I think the idea was great. Monkeys Forever jumped in, I think, at a fine time. But they need to focus someone else down, someone else that's more important.
Monkeys Forever, here they come. Roche, it's going to be picked up by TC, and they got the Roche. They'll lose Monkeys Forever. TC's going to go down with his Aegis. They have Dragon Tail in 3. It looks like he'll be able to ball Lightning away and actually smash.
He's predicting him walking upwards. So Smash is like,
yeah, he just ball Lightning back to the well, honestly. I have 1,600 mana. I'll just see you guys later. It's fine. There's a army heading bottom currently, looking for this melee Rax.
I thought those were Broodlings on my minimap. But yeah. Nope, they're creeps.
That's what I thought too. Splinter Blast actually clears them up nicely.
But Van, it's going to force a buyback out of Tide. No Ravage, of course. I think Van can actually just man-fight this. I think he has something coming up towards him. Nope. Okay, he's just...
AC, is that done? It is. Smashes AC now. It's flying out.
Fully completed?
Yes.
Wow. That's really good.
So these are the items, like AC for Smash and BKB for Gyro are the items that just end the game, I think.
Yeah. Disruptor's going to go straight up for a Solar Crest, not even building the medallion right now. He bought this Talisman Evasion, which is actually kind of nice in late game because, like, that is a hell of a value item.
Yes.
Talisman of Evasion. The effective HP it gives you is so high. Too damn high.
It is pretty nice to have, even like especially on a support as well, if you can afford it, which Stinger's had a great game. Stinger has had one fantastic game, honestly. Made some really good rotations. Him and, I guess we haven't talked about Misko. He's made some great plays. He's got a blink and a force. Misko's been playing on top of this game as well. Everybody really from not today. Ifrit kind of had a rough start, but in comparison to...
He was up, yeah. I mean, that lane should be crushed. And then they got even more help because the Sand King was coming over there to help out with, you know, some dusts and whatnot. But he's recovered nicely.
I can't help but wonder if this game would have been different had they laned it differently for Root.
I think their laning was fine. I'm wondering a little bit why the Sand King didn't start off bottom. He like started doing shenanigans up top. He was, oh, you know what it was? He was trying to kill that courier for so long, which he did kill, and that's fine. But in the end, is it really worth it to solely sack your bottom line? Maybe if you got the courier before the bottle came out, it would be. But he's a melee hero. That's kind of hard to ask for.
They're going to jump on Van now. Ravage goes through. Satanic not there yet. Epicenter, he goes down. Smash pops the BKB. Stinger getting low. They already take down the Rubik. Here comes Ifrit. Jason getting blown up. That Static Storm did so much work. They'll have to buy back on the Wyvern coming in. Moo jumps back in onto Smash. Now the 8-second respawn time of TC. He won't buy back just yet. Winner's Curse going into Ifrit. Smash getting right-click down. He'll fall. Ifrit's going to TP away. And he will just make it out. TC finally back into the fray. Smash will buy back, though. Mid-Rack's in trouble. Melee-Rack's bottom in trouble as well. Walking up his Van. He's back in.
It's kind of a YOLO play there from NoT today.
Wait, he bought back?
They bought back on both of their
he
big
bought back
giant,
on Van?
On giant cores, yeah. So, I mean, they're basically saying they don't have Ravage, they don't have Epicenter.
But there's no Static Storm.
Well,
I think that was the biggest thing.
I do think this is a bit of a YOLO play, but this might work. We'll see. It's very risky because Storm has full mana, and he...
Fluff, you missed the burrow. The Veil's going to go through. TC gets stunned up with the Dragon Tail. Smash doing some work. Calldown's going to come in. Van has Satanic. He's going to pop it. He gets halberded. And now Ifrit in trouble as well. Ifrit pops the Insatiable Hunger, but Moo goes to work, and Moo survives. And Smash just to hightail it out of there. That buyback.
It's a giant mistake.
I don't know if you can really get anything done here if you're Root, but that is... You don't need to put yourself in that position if you're not today, ever.
They're letting Root get back into this game, honestly, man. You cannot XP Graph.
Yeah, that's something else.
You can't be this careless against the Storm Spirit. You really can't, man. He's up to 14 charges. Yes, he committed suicide, but 14 charges is still nothing to scoff at. You're going to look at... Oh, he's actually building a BKB on Tide.
Refresher's better, I think, in this situation.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know why he wants to get it. It's because of this Disruptor. If he gets Glimpse, there's nothing he can do into a Glimpse Static Storm. It actually just owns him. And maybe for that sake, it's actually the right decision. So you can't fault him too much for that. Of course, you would love to see the Refresher come out.
Yeah.
But NoT today are slowly throwing this away, man. They really are. You cannot disrespect the Storm Spirit with this many Bloodstone charges.
He should have just farmed with that BKB, honestly, on Gyrocopter.
Yes,
if
he
made
really
that play with a BKB, fine. I'm okay with that. Without a BKB, he gets halberded? He gets the Winter's Curse? I mean, that's going to go through it anyways, but still.
The halberd is so strong. Because they're saving the halberd for when the Satanic comes out, and then he's just screwed. He needs this BKB.
He'll be up in 30 seconds. They won't lose too much out of this. There's a Glyph. The Tier 2 probably goes down, although they have no tower push. Moo just doesn't do nearly enough damage yet. Nice Observer Ward coming up. Actually spots out Monkeys Forever. I don't see Misco with it. The Glyph goes. They know they can hold on to the Tier 3 tower. Root Gaming need to be careful. Thunderstrike's going to go in. Monkeys Forever might get Glimpse back. There's no BKB. He is going to get Glimpse back. He's probably dead, actually. He's just dead.
That's... Oh, did he buy his BKB?
Nope.
Oh, and he doesn't have buyback.
It's in 100 gold, which should be... I don't know. He might have it before he respawns.
Well, he's not going to respawn for a long time. That's really, really big. The reason why they bought back last time, even though they shouldn't have, was because the Tide was dead.
Oh, he doesn't have
Now the Tide is still dead again.
Yeah. His buyback's still cooling down.
God.
Well, that's not great. That ward might have just won them the game. I think it did. It's really hard to defend without that Ravage.
It's very hard. It's ridiculously hard. You do have to be a little bit careful of this ultimate from Winter Wyvern. It's actually tearing people apart. But
that could be it. Root, they played well, but now Moo gets caught out here. They're going to jump in. Van's going to get caught out here. Epicenter's going to fly as well. Van doesn't have a BKB. Satanic's going to go, but right as it does, he's going to get halberded up. He's not dead yet. Finally falls. But Moo is going to go down. He does have buyback. He's got to use it. So will Fluff. He also has buyback. TC.
He's stunned.
He's got 10 Bloodstone charges now. He's got a 27-second respawn. He'll have to buy back as well. But they're going to lose the range Rex. They might even lose the melee. They jump onto Stinger. He's going to get caught up.
BKB
Double burrow coming through as well. You look at Stinger. Smash. TC falls. Moo's trying to go to work. Smash has a double damage rune. That's where it's all going. Fade Bolt, Dragon Tail, Telekinesis. He's in trouble. He's not dead yet. Burrow comes out. Smash halberded up. They won't go for him. He Shadow Blades away. The gem was on the ground. Somebody picked it up. Who was it? They didn't chase him down. Ifrit's still bottom lane. Melee Rax is still alive. He wants it. He'll get it. He'll try to TP home, and he's going to make it out. That life break doesn't do anything. They've got Mega Creeps.
And this, I don't think you can defend with Mega Creeps. You do have Caustic Finale, but he doesn't have the right-click damage to support that. This is going to be a GG. Finally, the BKB comes out on the Tide, but buddy, you are way too late on that. This Glimpse combo has just absolutely destroyed Monkeys forever. And it's been detrimental for Root because when he has been getting the Ravages off, it's very, very good for his team fight. But when you're getting caught out by these Disruption ultis, or Disruptor ultis with the Glimpse, and there's nothing you can do about it, save the BKB, which I understood why he was going for it, and he just didn't have it in time. Now he has the BKB after Mega Creeps, but it's just far too late.
Doesn't matter. They can't. They have no tower push. They have Caustic Finale. That's really it in terms of. I mean, I guess they have a Storm Spirit.
He started. Look at this. He had what? Arcane's mech at like 10 minutes.
9 minutes.
And now he's the third lowest farmed in the entire game. This is quite the fall off, unfortunately. I mean, NoT today have. Don't get me wrong. Like NoT today have played extremely well, though.
Yes.
The Gyro, up until the last like 5 minutes, has been playing really, really well. Some kind of YOLO modes. He's really been finicky on trying to buy this BKB. I don't even think he's going to get it until the end of the game. But Smash is just like he did so much damage in that last fight with that DD.
What a fortuitous double damage.
Storm Spirit had to buy back with 20 seconds left after the Bloodstone and died immediately because he had no BKB. He got crit at the very end there. What happened? He went in, no BKB, Dragon Tailed. He got damage, and then finally crit at the last like 25% HP of his health.
And then he just goes down. Down for the count. TC has the gem now. 6 Bloodstone charges, unfortunately. Has a Hex, too. I mean, Root are going to defend as long as they humanly can. But it almost feels like there's a 99% chance here that NoT today win this game with what they've got going on, especially with the Gyro building a BKB. Once the Gyro gets his BKB, this game's over, I think. I don't know any other way to put it. And he's going to have it in 1,000 gold. Not to mention Roche, which is up in 2 minutes. Although it is max duration.
Yeah, this is sad for Root. They definitely had tools to win this. Gyro farmed absolutely out of control for the majority of this game. It would be nice to see him build a BKB just for his sake. But they're trying to fight this off. I just don't think they can. I think this is a lost battle, unfortunately. We're going to need Treads, first of all, in the Sand King. He's probably going to need a Maelstrom, too, just to damage those creeps. Costa Finale is very, very nice, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, we'll see.
They just don't. They're spread too thin. They can barely get out of their base as it is to. If they wanted to farm the jungle, it's just impossible. The creeps are just too strong at this point. They are Mega Creeps after all. Misko's had a heck of a series. He'll continue to ward up as the game progresses further. Van, looking for Brian for Fluff, can't find him. Gets away with Burrow Strike. I honestly think if you're not today, you just wait for Roche and then go again. Then you can start throwing bodies. As far as buybacks are concerned, there is no buyback for Smash as he buys an item. I think it might be Silver Edge. Nope, it's a completed MKB.
Boo. I would have loved to see the interaction of Silver Edge this game.
It's first item Shadow Blade. Like you assume on a DK, you go Silver Edge.
Against Tide and the Berserker, the Huskar?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's not the case. We talked about it like minute 10. It's minute 43 and he doesn't have it. Sad day. Although, later on down the road if he wants it, he can build it. It's just an extra item slot. So, Roche is up in right now-ish. They're going to take it. They'll try to push into the base. There's not much else to say here, really. Like, Root Gaming, like, unless they get... Even if they get a fantastic team fight, they only have 1 tier 4 left. So there's collateral damage in terms of the creeps getting into the base and destroying everything.
That Solar Crest is so good this game, too. It's really good. Slap that on your Gyrocopter, and then he gets 30% miss from everything.
Yep. No MKBs for Root either. And there's the BKB for Van. 44 minutes in. And now you can safely throw your life away.
God, that was another DD for the Dragon Knight.
He has it for another, like, 20, 30 seconds.
He has his MKB on the courier, and it's going back to base.
Oh, bring it back to you.
Get that MKB.
Smash.
Come on, come on. Other way. Other way. Come on.
He's like, where's my MKB? No, no.
This way.
Not happening. It's going all the way home. Maybe he puts it in his stash and he just tries to get it from the well.
Oh, yeah.
Something you could do.
You know, when I'm playing a game and like right before I'm about to win, if I have like a big item, I make sure I do whatever I can to TP, get that item.
You're not the only one that does that. I think that's every Dota player in existence. Blink Ravage is going to go beautiful BKB from Van. Nice Winter's Curse comes out. They hex up Smash. Static Storm's going to go. Monkey's Forever caught in it. Actually gets out of the kinetic field. Moo in trouble now. Look at the right click. Epicenter coming in. Double burrow. The Veil comes out. There's the Abyssal from Ifrit. He's insatiable hungering. They've already lost TC with no buyback. They've lost Moo with no buyback. Monkey's Forever with no buyback's about to go down. He actually gets Cold Embrace, but Rocket Barrage will go. Fluff gets a nice double burrow, but Smash is just going to town. This is going to be it, man. Well played from Root, but not today. Congratulations to them. They will be moving on to the LAN finals here in Burbank, California with a heck of a series. We often talk about really the play and the player that brought them to this point. I think, honestly, Misco and Stinger have played their hearts out in these 3-game series, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's also easy to forget how well Van played when you saw the last 10 minutes of the game.
Right.
But he played so well for like the first 75% of that game.
Yeah.
I mean, he had, like we saw in the stats, his farm was just out of control.
Yeah.
So well played or not, they will take the series 2-1 and advance to the grand finals of this tournament to qualify for the LAN finals in China.
Yes.
Really impressive stuff. And I think this was about. Wait, I predicted this, didn't I? The Oracle that I am.
Yes,
2-1 for NoT.
Yeah.
Yes. It was really hard to predict, though. I think the biggest thing. I love the Greaves, dude. Like I said, I think it's a really good item. I do think it was a mistake, though, to actually upgrade from the Arcane's mech to the Greaves. I think it's okay this game to just keep the Arcanes and the mech and then go for the Blink to just actually be aggressive. But the Greaves is good, but it costs a damn ton, man. 1,600, 1,650. That's, what, 75% to your Blink?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was, honestly, trying to pinpoint a couple of things. A ton of deaths also on the Wyvern. But not going for the early Blink instead of the Greaves, I think, was a bit of a mistake.
So this side of the bracket, NoT today playing fantastically. They take down Leviathan in the first round, 2-game series there. That was very close. A lot closer than that 2-game series would indicate. They take down Root as well, 2-1. Root Gaming, really well played from them. They, of course, took down Wheel in the first series, 2-1. They bring it so close, but they just can't get over the hump again. And that means that they will be done. Single elimination, congratulations to them for getting this far. NoT today are going to move on. And, of course, with that being said, who will they face up against here in the LAN finals here in Burbank, California? That's our next series. It's going to be not today, or rather not today, Narvi 2 versus Summer's Rift.
Who are actually in a game right now, so we might have to wait a little bit for that.
Is that game still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on, actually.
Well, we're going to have a while then. Well, with that being said, we are going to head into a break. We'll keep you updated as far as that game is concerned, but for now, we're going to wait till that lobby is up, and then we'll get you into the game as soon as possible, guys. Make sure you check us out here on WCA. Of course, check out the Twitch, twitch.tv/WCA America. Make sure you follow us here because there's going to be a lot more action coming up here in the next couple of days, especially in June when the LAN finals come. If you enjoy the cast, make sure you follow us on Twitter. My name is Mott. With me is Trelf. You can follow us at MottDota, at TrelfDota. With that being said, quick break, guys. We'll jump into our next series when we can. Stick around.